Alright, welcome back guys. Today what we're going to be doing is basically another Rerune video of my account. The last one was just a couple weeks ago, and I was trying some new things, and I want to go over kind of how it went, what my thoughts were, and why I'm deciding to Rerune again. So here's my stats so far for the season. 56.7% win rate, 38 and 29. So I've played more than I maybe usually would in the first couple weeks, testing things like the Swift Yanhong, the Frigate, being a little more turn one, more chung pung, stuff like that. But I think even this win rate is a little bit deceptive because my placement matches, I went 8 and 2, and sometimes the placement matches are just super easy and they don't really fully reflect, especially in this small of a sample size. So without the placement matches, I'm 30 and 27, which is about 50%. Which I could play at 50% forever and end up roughly C3, maybe low G1, because of the way the points work. If you play at 50%, you're usually fine. But that's not what I want to do. I want to play where I've been the last couple seasons in the 60 plus, hopefully 65% range. That just gives me an easier path, a steadier climb, and I think just an advantage over my opponent. So, in my opinion, if you're feeling like you're right at 50%, I would highly recommend thinking about re-runing or replanning what you do. Because I feel like 50% is, those are the people you want to face, right? You want to face people that are a coin flip to win, and you want to be the person that has a better chance than them to win. So that's my thought. That's why I'm redoing basically my runes, right? So I thought I'd share kind of how I do it. So here is my Summoner's War spreadsheet that I use. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Maybe not. It's close. It's close enough. We can zoom in later. So at the bottom, I have every season, my comp and my stats, so that I can evaluate what I did right, what I did wrong. So here's season 21. This is my comp. These are my season 21 stats based on how they played, like I share almost every time. Here's my season 22 comp. This is the order I rune them in. We've got their speed, their efficiency, their element, their win rate, based off of SW Arena GG or whatever it's called, not my personal win rate. So that's kind of how I do it, right? Who's on Violent, who's on Swift, who's on Despair. So here's Season 22 stats based on those play rates, and then you can see these are the units I use the most. I dropped Frigate in there because I thought I would ruin him up this season for 23, so he's in there. But these are my win rates, these are my play rates. So what I want to do is I want to rune based on how often I played the unit, so my best runes get played the most, and then I want to rune based on win rate. So units I'm deprioritizing are going to be Miles, because his win rate was only 53%, and I feel like he just kind of sits there for a damage dealer. A lot of people use him, but when I face a Miles, I'm not like terrified because I have enough effective HP, and I generally don't use defense percentage runes. I use only HP runes. So I'm not really scared to fight a Miles, and I would assume that applies to my opponents too. They're not really scared to face my Miles. So I'm deprioritizing Miles a little bit. I'm deprioritizing More a little bit, even though 66 is a pretty good win rate. I just didn't use him a lot. And he's a little bit too AoE for me. I'd rather be single target. He opens up to things that counter AoE, and he's never really built very tanky. So I'm getting off of him. I'm getting off of Sekhmet, 50%. Not very good at all. So even when I think Sekhmet should be played, maybe I have a better option. So that's kind of my strategy. So here's the comp. This is post Rerune, and I'm just going to show you kind of how I think through it and what I do. So again, we're going in order of use. I want them all to be very efficient, so you can see in the light blue are what I consider to be my core. These are monsters that I want 3+ in every match, sometimes 5 in every match. And then my efficiencies for my core are 107, 111, 117 for Masha, 107, 107, 110, 109, and then 113 for the Nana. So my core, the lowest efficiency is 107. If I can fight people that pick from a wider core, their efficiency is usually going to be lower. And my efficiency is going to be higher, which is going to give me an advantage, right? That's what I want. I'm trying to find every advantage I can because, violent procs and stuff like that are hard enough to fight without me giving away extra advantage to my opponent. So I want tons and tons of efficiency. One stat I added for this season's planning is ban rate, because I think that's pretty important to note. You're more likely to see what you're going to get from your core and plan around that. So the reason why I think my Yanhong Han works so well is their ban rate is 25 for Yanhong and 21 for Han. Over 1 in 5. So they're over banned percentage of how they should just be normally, right? So that already opens up options for me because I'm going to get one of them every match. They want to ban them both, but I'm going to get one every match. why a lot of the units are in green. They have an overall 50% or greater win rate. Dominic should not be in green. He is 49.52. Change that. So in theory, I want to play monsters that overall win more than 50% of the time, right? I don't want my whole core to be red under 50%, because again, that's me giving away an advantage. This monster in general loses more than it wins across all players. So I have to rune them better, I have to play them better, I have to pick them better to overcome their natural disadvantage in the environment, right? So you'll notice my core only has 2 negative win rates, Juno and Dominic, and I think both of them do something unique enough that I want them to be part of my core because they counter some of my issues, right? And then if you look at my, what I call like my flex picks or my situational picks, they're all in yellow. So Verd, Molly, Diana, Leo, Bulwark, Frigate, I'm going to give one more shot, Shizuka, and Molong. Mostly all in green also, and mostly all have pretty high ban rates. So, for instance, the Verd has a 24% ban rate because he's pretty scary to people that don't want to face him, and I want that. I want to put them in a spot where if I pick Yanhan and Han and Verd, they have 3 monsters they want to ban over their normal 20%, but they can't, right? Oliver, 51% ban rate. That feels high. Maybe that's wrong. Oh no, maybe it's win rate, see? Maybe I did that one wrong. I'm going to put question mark here because it's exactly the same. I might have looked at it wrong. It's still high. I guarantee you it's at least 25, but maybe not quite that high. So I'll have to look into that. Other monsters in my kind of bonus pool, Leo, 43% ban rate because he hard counter stuff. So you bring Leo Verd, Yan Hong Han, suddenly they got 4 options that they don't like that you want. Bulwark, who I just pulled, 30% ban rate. Love it. It counters things that I couldn't counter before. Like, it's another option for Riley. It's another option for Masha. Shizuka, very, very nice. So I'm really happy to have him. Even Shizuka, ban rate of 15. Molong, ban rate of 12. But Molong's going to play a lot. Anything under 20 is going to play a lot. So they're not really scaring people, right? They're under their normal 1 in 5, which is naturally what people should be banned at. Monsters that I think are good are monsters that have a really low ban rate, but a really high win rate. This Masha win rate feels a little high to me. I'll have to look into that. I feel like it's not quite that high, but I'm going to get to play Masha every single match. What is going on with Chandra? His win rate is 56, but his ban rate is 5. You get to play Chandra every match. I don't know. I'm going to find out. This is my test unit for this new Rerune. My Chandra's at 311. He's going to be my speed lead, speed boost. Give me turn 1 unit that looks like a bruiser. We'll see. We'll see. It might just be total crash and burn. What's nice about him, though, is he's got basically my best Swift set, so I can just cut and paste right off Chandra onto whoever I want, onto Ethna or Sekhmet or whoever, right? So this is kind of how I lay it all out. This is kind of my plan. You'll notice my effective HPs here I think are very important. My lowest effective HP unit is Dominic, followed by Juno. Dominic is going to take a lot of heat. He's going to be a target, so I would like that to be a little higher. You notice Han is quite high. I want everyone around the same effective HP, so I don't have one target standing out that is just going to get wrecked. Even Frigate, pretty high. So I think that's an important part. If you have one weak unit, and it happens to be something like Dominic that gets targeted all the time, you're going to lose more than you should. Even if he dies, which he will die, you want him to hang tough for as long as possible, giving your other units time to set up what they're going to do. So that's kind of the long and short of how I kind of plan out what I'm going to do, why I do that. I've got 16 units runed, a core of about 8, and a backup of about 8. I'm missing a couple speed leads that might come into play. Maybe I'll need the more just to have, or something like that. But this is also wrong. Change. These are also wrong. Man, I don't think I corrected these. I think I copied and pasted their win rate to make this extra column. So I'm just going to fix all those right there. So I might need to bring in a couple more units, but my rune quality is taking a dive towards the end. I mean, look at Molong, 97. So that's a bit of an issue. One other little wrinkle I wanted to bring is a Bulwark Molong over 270 if I want to surprise them on turn 1 and snipe. Especially with the Chandra. I feel like I could do Chandra skill 2 into Molong to protect. Maybe that won't work. I'll have to see. It might only be when Molong's attacked, but that seems like something that could work. I might be wrong on that. But Bulwark Molong snipe turn 1 over 270 speed, that is not super common, so that's kind of something I have in mind. So that's kind of my overall plan. I know it's kind of a lot, but this is the part of the game I like the most. I like the runing, I like the planning, I like the order of operations. So yeah, so that's kind of how I do it. So here is my, let's see if I can get it here. Here's my swap where I put it all together, and you'll notice they're runed up in the order that I have them listed, the order I'm going to play them. And with the Masha ban rate so low, I'm going to play Masha every game I pick Masha pretty much. So I want Masha to be one of my best rune units. You'll notice the efficiency is almost 118. That is on the bleeding cutting edge of what I can create in Summoner's War for any unit. So I'm really happy with this build. My favorite part is the 52 res, because with Yanhong lead, that's 100 res. And she's got good effective HP. So 100 res Masha, I feel like, is going to be pretty good. And I have her on Swift, which is kind of controversial. I played her one season on Violent, and she was taking procs that were good, but I want those procs funneling into Yanhong and Han. I don't want those procs going into Masha. Han's procs, Dominic's procs, way better than a Masha proc. You know, Yanhong's proc saves you. And the Swift Yanhong, the reason why I switched off of that, because that was kind of driving my comp before, is it couldn't really hang in Bruiser, and I used to be great in Bruiser with Yanhong. Bruiser used to be one of my best matchups. But Swift, Yanhong could not hang in Bruiser. It was just a little bit too slow on getting its cooldowns back up. And if it was controlled forever. And so my Bruiser win rate went down. And then I was fighting more speed battles because I was very clearly drafting a speedy Yanhong. And I wasn't winning necessarily more speed battles. Like, I feel like my win rate against speed was about the same, maybe a little less. Whereas when I would pick the turn 2 kind of counter options against speed, I felt like I had just as good of a shot. So that's why I switched it all back up. So lot of info on kind of my plan and why I did it. Maybe I'll make a spot in the video that goes right to the matches if you don't want to listen to all that. But I think that sort of thing's important, especially for people who like ask me to rerun their account, and I'm happy to do it. But the philosophy of what I'm doing is what's important in my mind rather than the end result. Like if you can figure out how you want to do it, you're going to be able to rerune yourself every time you want versus being confused and have someone else do it for you. So just a thought. So we're going to play some matches on the new build, and we're going to get into it. One thing I sometimes like to have handy while I play is how I rune things out. My order, right? So that I know kind of what I want to do, especially if I take any individual notes on like win rates and stuff like that. These are things I want to have access to. I switched the Oliver back to Despair as well. So I always want Masha to be my first counter to Oliver. I also don't think Nana's bad. It opens me up to CC control because that's the best counter for Nana. So I don't know. I think Yanhong is great. It'll go into any match. And it signals speed to them, which makes them sometimes overcommit to speed. And then I can just come back. Oh, he's going to do Leo, right? That Leo trick. So if I'm going to see Leo, I probably want to overemphasize fire type things. Definitely taking Han. I think Juno's not a bad pick because it plays really well into Oliver. Doesn't play great into Praha. And then I'd be a little bit overcommitted on fire, so that's something to think about. I also don't think Nana is a bad pick because he's not showing a ton of control yet, and he is showing a desire to snipe, so I think I'm going to take that. Okay, so I'm going to need more buff removal. Artemil is great. I think Juno is the way I want to go here. Because now I've got 2 forms of buff removal, which isn't ideal. And then the Artemil's a bit of an issue for me. But I think that's totally fine. Also, I don't think the Bulwark is bad if I ban Oliver. It gives me single target strip, which is not as good. But I think Juno's totally acceptable. So some interesting options here. I think this guy is the most obvious choice because it'll let my Nana move. It'll let my Han move. The Artemil is a bit of an issue, and then this thing's a bit of an issue. But I do have the Nana insurance, so we'll see. Bans the Han, that's cool. So take the res, right? I'm going to get my res lead quite a bit. So now we've got 100 res Masha. What is this? Like 60 to 70 res, and then everything else is going to be not as much. No res here. And then we don't really want res here, but whatever. A little bit of counterintuitive there. The really nice thing about playing in C3 right now is you're basically playing fringe, like end of C2, border C3, plus, this is going to be painful. I think I need to go into this, honestly. That would be a nice kill. I want him to have to use his thing defensively. I'm definitely saving that. Nice stun. And then we're going to grab so that he has to heal. And we're online with our immunity, which is also nice. He has the full cleanse, so I'm not going to use my defense break. I think I'd like to try to stun this, because that'll prevent the cleanse. It's worth a shot. Because he's going to heal all this damage anyway, so I don't need to put more damage into this unit. I think he should do it right now. Yep. He should do it anytime. Get the speed going. And then if he can stagger his cleanse, that'd be great. I don't know if he can afford to. He might be waiting. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. So then we know this is on crit rate slot 4, so maybe we'll pump a little damage into that. Pretty tanky though, pretty tanky. We're gonna hold off, which is unfortunate. It means they get to keep their speed buff. That is excellent. We're gonna buff into the Masha. And what's nice about the Violent Yanhong is you can use your skill 3 kind of with impunity. I think we want to glance here, because that's going to be a bigger threat to my Juno. Or glance on the Artemis wouldn't be bad, but it probably has higher res. Yep, that's the target. That means I healed the right target. So like you can kind of evaluate how it's going mid-draft. Be like, did I... Because I was thinking about boosting Juno. Did I do the right thing? I don't know. I think so, though. So I think I'd like to burn this, or try to stun it, because he might do his shenanigans, and it might really mess me up. Like, he might do it on the Juno. Oh, he did on the Nana. Not a bad choice. Let's see if he does his cleanse. He should. He'll get himself a turn here. I would have done that there. Nicely done on his part. So we're definitely going to do the defense break here. Nice stun. Okay, we're going to boost strip, or try to. Got it. Still not exactly where we want to be. We're definitely all into this because Vivachel's used her shenanigans and she's going to have to use her stuff real soon. Probably now, I think. Yep. And then we'll see how our turns go, if he can burn Nana or not. It's pretty close. Oh, that's very, very nice. All right. So we're going to get to Yanhong boost back up the Nana. Oh, no, we're one short. My bad. That's a nice stun there. We're still in pretty good shape here. Oh, that is what we like to see. Boost that up. And then we're all in on this. Because he's used his heal. Praha's going to have it back up pretty soon, but I think Masha's going to be able to carry it if we can get her turn in. Does Praha have it? She cycles fast. She might be a proc away. This is probably an orb for me. Very nice. I'm going to go in on the Vivachel. Ooh, nice damage. I need to watch out for that. Yep, he was one turn away last time. Nice resist. Try to stun here, because Despair doesn't care about accuracy. And if we can prevent the Artemis from doing crazy stuff, that'd be good. We're going to push the Artemis now. He's going to bring up the Praha. No, interesting. Use our second orb. Ooh, very nice. Very nice proc. Tricky. I think we're still here. That's becoming more and more of a problem. Looking like a loss now because we're out of orbs. Now we're starting to tail off. We're not completely cooked, but we're not in great shape. We're going to put the glance here. Very nice damage. I'm going to keep going into him. Artemis is so good. In certain situations. Going for a stun. Very nice. That might save us. Oh, she's dead, and we're probably dead. We'll play it. We'll play it through the Artemis. We'll see. If we can get a proc here, we might be in good shape. But then again, what you don't want is to be like, if I get a proc, like that's not the way to win, right? Very nice, but we'll just reverse that right away. That'll give us at least another round of going into the Arta, though you know he's got his heal up. If he doesn't have it, it's going to be up really quickly. Looking for another stun. No. Here comes the heal. Yep. And then we'll play it. So basically just got bruisered, right? Like he had a really nice bruiser team. We banned out... I'm trying to remember. We'll have to go back and look. But like, this guy, very well done on his part. Yep, GG. He banned out Han. I want to see what I banned, because I don't remember. But the Arta, the constant Arta is what wrecked me down. Let's see here. Replay. I've been looking at Han Solo a lot. My battles. Oh, I banned Oliver. Yeah. Was that correct? Probably. It's hard to say. I mean, Arta is what kind of carried him, but if I didn't ban out Oliver... I don't know. I did have double fire, though. So if I was doing scrims with someone, I might play it out again, the exact thing, and try letting him keep the Oliver and see. Because he definitely had more sustain, more control, more consistent damage with the Arta. But that's a hard choice. So what's my first pick? I don't know that I want Oliver first pick. I think I still want Masha first pick because I feel like Masha fits into every comp and it's my best runed unit. It might discourage the Oliver pick. Okay, so this guy wants to play speed, right? Which is fine. This gives me the option to Leo at any point if I want. I don't think there's anything wrong with putting down my LDs and kind of punting and seeing what he wants to do. We're also back down to C2, which is not a super competitive environment for me. Like, I can lose, but I think most of the people I want to play are in C3 right now. And, I mean, obviously, the people in G1 are, like, G3s for real. But C3 definitely goes into the G1, G2 kind of range. Interesting. So, water would be really, really nice here. Bulwark is excellent because it can't be countered by Sekhmet, and it just counters this really, really heavily. I don't think Juno is bad, but it opens me up to the Barbara just a little bit. I would like another strip. I don't think Praha is bad here either. Yeah, Dominic wouldn't be horrible, but he's a little weak to the double fire. Oh, you know what? We've been meaning... Oh, we can't bring Praha. We've been meaning to bring Chandra, so let's bring Chandra. We ruined Chandra up specifically to bring him and contest turn 1. If he doesn't pick another speed lead... I don't know. It's hard to say. My Chandra's fast, but it's not faster than this. I can ban whatever he picks here. So if he doesn't pick something bannable, then he messed up. Like, this, I'll fight this with this, no problem. Ideally, I'd like to ban the Barbara to make my Masha even better, but we'll see. Oh, Chandra has no skill ups also. That's a problem. So, if I'm going to play him, I need to skill him up. That is interesting. That means he's really all into the Masha. In my mind, he's banning the Han, right? I still don't think banning the Barbara is a bad idea, because it's boost. You got to kill it like a million times with the Vanessa. I think I'd rather face the Chow. Yep, that's what he did. Take the speed lead, and we'll see how we can test here. I don't know how fast the Sekhmet is. The Sekhmet should go first, but... And he's got a better lead. We're at 311. I assume he resets the Yonhong, maybe? Maybe the Masha. He might reset the Chandra for all I know. Okay, so pretty good. Does he go for the Chandra? He doesn't. Interesting. I'm cool with that. We'll take that all day. So we're going to hug the Masha, and then we're going to boost up into my turn. And that hug Masha is even better because she's swift. So she's going to be hugged forever. What do I like here? I think a glance isn't bad because that if I could get the glance, he's only going to cleanse one at a time. And then we're just going to go into the Vanessa because we know he wants to Wusa, right? And the Masha is definitely going to do this because he doesn't have a shield yet. That'll be good damage. Now he does that. We get full Bulwark again. And we'd like to be able to burn down the Vanessa without using Bulwark. That's fine. That's actually pretty good damage. Yeah, he's into the Chandra now. He knows. He knows it's a problem. Alright, so we're going to punch. Nice. And we're still in on her. Even more. Nice proc. Can't discount the proc. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get the kill here, even though it's not the best use of Bulwark, because the Masha will get the kill. We want the kill. And then we'll try to stun. He's all in on Chandra. I love it. You'll love to see it. So I can't heal here, which is really, really nice for him. I'm going to go steal. Slow. One thing to look into for my Chandra build is it's very fast, but I might need to, very nice on his part, I might need to consider going a little bit more on effective HP, maybe? We'll see, because he found the weakness right away, right? Which is great for him, but not ideal for me, right? Nice proc. We're still in on this, because that's how we can kill that with the Masha. Ooh, very nice proc. Does he do it, or does he have it? I think he has it. All right. So we can use a little baby heal with Bulwark if we want, but I'd rather use it as a deterrent for him to not use his shield. This is a kill. We're going to hold off skill 2. We might be able to burn that Leo. We'll see. Ooh, not too shabby. Not too shabby. We're going to go burn the Leo. It'll take more damage. We are happy to do this. Because he's gonna have to do it defensively here pretty soon. No, doesn't. Still in the game. That Masha is built right. And I think we will... Oh, let's see if we can get a little bit of bar here. No. Do we want to do this? It's not going to be a big heal. Let's do it just to see. 4K. Okay. Not the worst thing in the world. That's fine. That gives us something to steal. And we'll do it like this. And we'll burn here. And we'll steal. Nice. Now you're in a bit of a spot because we're real close to killing this Leo. That's fine. Leo. I keep calling it Leo. It's Chow. It's Chow. I don't know why he's here. It's always Leo, but it's Chow today. Ooh, interesting. Yeah. I think we're going to get a little greedy and we're going to do it like this because we know he's got HP. Right? We know it. Yeah, and we might be able to kill with the Yanhong. And this Masha will not die. I love it. I love it. It can't be killed. Come on, defense break. It makes sense because we have no accuracy. That should be a kill. Yeah, now we're done. Does he know? He knows. So interesting first Chandra game, but then that guy wasn't like super high ranked, so hard to say. And again, if I'm going to play Chandra, he's got to get skilled up. I just don't know. 33k, that's pretty good. That's not the worst thing in the world. And he's on crit rate, which I could change, but I would like him to do a little bit of damage, you know? Another reason why I like Masha first pick versus Oliver is I would say most people expect Oliver to catch a nerf at the balance patch, which this whole season is going to play out for everyone on how they can adapt to whatever's in this balance patch, right? And if you get super reliant on Oliver first turn and just Oliver shenanigans, when the patch hits, you're going to have a bad time. Like, you got to figure out how to handle him. You know, like, you just got to figure out how to handle playing, not playing with him all the time. He's going Bruiser. I'm happy to go Bruiser. I think I'm going to go probably Yanhong Bulwark here. He can't really overload water because I've got the Dominic. And I've got all the damage I need. That's fine. He's keeping the Masha in. That's totally fine. Excellent. So... it just depends. I don't really need to let the Riley in just yet. Like, I would pick Bulwark if I knew I would keep the Riley. I don't know if I'm going to keep the Riley. I think I could keep the Riley because I've got the damage for it and ban this. I would like to pick a comp that I wouldn't mind fighting this entire thing with. So Chandra's not bad. I think Bulwark's just a little bit better. Because it's going to lock the Riley pretty good. And I just want to play Bulwark too. Because I just got him. He's new. And he's super fast. I like him on speed. He loses one buff with the shield and he doesn't have revenge. But no one attacks him really anyway. I want him going fast. And that gives me the option to... That's fine. So... Do I think this is going to get a kill? I'm pretty sure it's on Nem. How scared am I of the Diana? That's another question. So a lot of options. I feel like I could ban this, but then the Bulwark's just a problem. I could ban this and just have to kill everything once. I don't think that's a bad option, right? Even if he gets a turn 1 kill here, at least it's not 2 orbs. So I'm going to try it like that for now. Bans the Yanhong. Interesting. So we've got some interesting choices here. The Daphnis is going to be a bit of a problem, but we'll see. The Diana's a bit of a problem. Ooh, super swift. Interesting. So we know he's quite fast. See if this is enough. Yup. Cool. So we don't have to worry about the Daphnis for a little bit. Pretty fast Riley as well. We're going to go all in on the Diana with the Han and Masha. Excellent. So I guess we'll hold off on that. We're not going to hold off on this. We're just going to pump damage. Actually, I think we're going to do this into the Daphnis. Because for him to be that fast, he's going to take a lot of damage. Do we care about this? It's more damage, but I think we're going to hold it because we might be able to get a stun next time around. Pretty good damage. If he cycles again, we're in trouble, but might be all right. He's got the cool siege skin. I like that skin a lot. Yeah. Oh, interesting. So we can take some pretty good chunk damage off of whatever we want here. That is fine. So we're looking at a kill on the Daphnis if we want it, or a chunk of Diana. I think we'll go for a kill on the Daphnis. And then we're going to take it like this and try to stun the Diana with Han. Is the plan. Got it. Very nice, very nice. Yep. Lots of skill ones, which is great. Slow, please. No. See if we can steal this. And we're going to full cycle back into the Diana, which is exactly what we want. Ooh, nice counter. Very nice counter. That was great for him. Can we slightly sneak in front? That's a good sign. Yeah, you better do your skill. You got to. You got to protect it. Yeah. We don't sneak in front, unfortunately. Sad. Ooh, that's the scary part of Diana. So that worked really well in his favor. So this is definitely a loss. I feel somewhat confident thinking this guy is in a better spot than me in terms of runes, maybe? But he's definitely a guild type player. This is going to be such a problem. I don't know how I can kill this. Honestly, I don't know how I can kill the Riley either. Riley's a tough nut. But I'm totally fine. Ooh, do I want to hit this? I don't. I don't want him to sneak a whole turn in on me. We'll play it out. Let's go 2. Pretty good damage. This gives him a free turn, which is unfortunate, but got to do it at some point. We're going to have to get really lucky on the crit on the water thing. He's like, why isn't he left? I know. I get it. I'm sorry. I'm curious how this will work. And like I don't know, one of the things I think is reasonable is like if you're going to play a whole match, I feel like you're earned as much of the match as you want to play as long as you're not stalling, right? Like if someone doesn't quit when you think they should quit, you're just going to get uptight and upset being like they should quit and get all freaked out, right? But in reality, like as long as they're not stalling and they're playing their turns, like you're entitled to play as long as you want, is my opinion. So another loss there. Bulwark might have been a little bit too passive because you can see he only had like 1 or 2 impactful turns. And I don't feel like he countered what the other guy was trying to do enough to really make a big difference. So what do I do into this? I think I'm going to just take my LDs and punt. See what he does. Because he hasn't committed to turn 1 or 2 yet, so I don't need to commit. Okay, cool. So that's nice. Ooh, Gurkha. So unfortunately, where Gurkha's at is you have to ban him all the time, 100%, which is really, really sad that he's in that spot. But I don't see any way around it. So I need to come up with some issues for this that also deal with that. I don't think Praha's bad, but Praha's not ruined right now. I don't think Dominic's bad either. Bulwark is iffy. Let's try him again, just to get him some run, because he counters the Masha pretty nice, and I think he counters the Shizuka as well. I'm just at his mercy here, because I know my ban already. He probably flashed it a little early, but so did I with the LDs, right? Like, I get where he's coming from. It's just, I don't think there's any way anyone can really deal with the Gurkha. He's better than Oliver, which is scary. Okay, cool. So we're going to get to play Bruiser, which I like. I like playing Bruiser. So I'm pretty happy banning the Gurkha, taking the Dominic. Anything that'll work into this Bruiser team. I don't think Diana's bad here either, because it's going to help burn down. I think Dominic's a little weaker to the Masha, so that's probably what I'm going to do there. Because I think Diana can take a hit from Masha a little bit better. So this, I'm not worried about at all. This, I'm not worried about. This is all. He's playing Protect the Masha, which ideally I would have a water unit here, maybe Chandra or something, but I also need something that can strip. So that's kind of why I needed to do that. So we'll definitely take Res, which, does it help the Diana? Not really, but it's better than nothing. Banning this, I think, is a bit of a mistake on my part. Well, it's nice. It's nice that I have a unit that gets banned over Han and Yanhong. So it just gives me one more little advantage against certain comps, you know? Like, that's what the counter picks are for. And I might find that I want him on Violent. I might find that I want him on Revenge, Will, Shield. I don't know. But I'm playing him out on Swift for now. Alright, so my target is definitely going to be Masha. I'm looking at the bars. I think I'm going to... Well, I can try... Let's try this. I can try to boost with Yanhong. Missed it, right? My other option was to boost right into Han and get the damage going early. But he's got to be a little bit... He's got to be a little bit wary on how he uses his skills. I have no problem using this from Han anytime it's up, because it cycles through so quickly. I think I want the 1 here. Oh, man. Let's try the 2 here, see if we can't dismount. It's got a little more juice on the additional damage, and it hits twice, so that's why I like that one. This is already excellent for me. I took out the defense break, which is how I'm going to get killed. Alright, so the issue is if I transform here, and he does his shenanigans, I might get stuck in human form, and I don't want that. So that's why I didn't transform there. Yeah, because I know I'm catching a stun. And that is fine with me. All the dots, and then we're going to cycle into the Juno. Do we even care? Maybe we're just going to save it. We're going to save it. I would like to cycle into a little more damage, because that would have been a kill, so that may end up being a mistake. No, that's not a lot of damage. Because I didn't need to heal anything, right? So I was like, oh my goodness. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and lock in the kill, and then try to kill the Shizuka. Or stun the Shizuka. I could have put that damage into Shizuka. It would have been a little bit more. That might have been a good option as well. I don't know. We're definitely going to heal up now. There's no reason to save it. I'm just going to use it for damage. I was like, I could save it for a strip, but at this point, I think this match is over because he had one threat element, and that's been dealt with. And that's why Han wins matches, and that's why I want Han catching violent procs, not Masha. Things like that. So he's electing to play it out. I'm okay doing this because he's already at full totems, and I could have stunned there, which would have been more impactful than additional damage into Wusa. Now we're just going to focus here, because Diana will just burn him down. So already, I feel like my Rerune is paying off because I'm able to hang easily in Bruiser with Yanhong, which before I had to consider not taking the Yanhong, and I don't want that. Like, she's so good because every time she takes a turn, every time she does her skill 3, she nets a turn for her team because she replaces her own turn and gives another turn to something else, which is really, really good. It's like a built-in violent proc, you know? It nets you one turn as a team, and it can be whatever you want. It's targeted, which is really, really good. Nice proc. And I think, too, one sign that what you're doing is working is if you're not sitting there at end of matches being like, come on, proc, 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 like you want your guys to proc, if you're comfortable without the procs for the majority of the match or the majority of your matches, that means you're in a good spot in the draft and on how you ruined, right? So that's that's kind of one thing that I think you can use as a benchmark of, are you doing fine? Okay, cool. So AoE control. This is my toughest matchup, and this is something that I'm trying to attack differently. So the Molly's ruined up at 270 speed, and then the Juno is also one. I'm also not opposed to bringing in the Triple Revenge Verd. So I'm trying to hard counter this through counter picks, not through my LDs. So he's switching a little bit more into a Bruiser, which is good. If I can get him off AoE control, that's good. If he picks one more like LD control unit, I'm a little bit more in trouble. But these are the matches that I'm never going to play Nana, and I'm not going to race. I'm going to sit back. I'm just going to deal with whatever they want to shoot at me. Ooh, interesting. So this one has a stun component. So Triple Revenge Verd is a little bit scary. The Chung Pung is a little bit scary. Diana's not bad here into what I'm seeing because she's going to cycle, right? She's going to cycle with the... and she's a good kill threat against everything, and we don't care about if she gets reset, right? So do I have another heal? Triple Revenge Verd's not bad. Riley's not bad. I think I'm going to go Triple Revenge Verd and hope for the best. I can fight this with my RNG, basically. I'm trying to not worry about what the Chung Pung does to me, and so I'm heavy fire. So Chung Pung gets to stay. I don't want Chung Pung to stay, but Chung Pung gets to stay. I don't know that you get to stay, because that's pretty good control. The thing is, though, is that'll control here. I think the sustain goes, because I think I can out-sustain, and to me, he's going to let me keep Diana, which Diana's going to be great into this. The Fire Robo's a bit of an issue. I kind of like my matchup quite a bit, and if he has no sustain and no speed buff, I feel pretty confident, so we're going to go with that. Bans the Molly. Cool. We take that. So he's banning my sustain, too, so I definitely made the right choice on what to keep. Juno's going to have to do some work. I don't know that I see... Well, we'll see. I was going to say I don't know that I see a great win condition for him against the Juno, but if that blue thing, whatever its name is, can keep me controlled, he might be in good shape. We'll just have to see. So he's got multiple forms of strip. Do I care? I think he's just going to cool me down if I don't use it anyway, so I might as well use it. Nice stun on the bird, which is kind of how it goes. I mean, the bird's there, hopefully not being stunned, but sometimes it gets stunned. That's just how it goes. So I assume he's going to do the freeze next. Unfortunate my Juno didn't... Ooh, nice revenge. Skill 1 into Vert, I assume? Maybe the Masha. It depends on what his preference is. Alright. So I'm not worried about the Chung Pung. I'm going to put this into the Robo. Chung Pung's done everything, and I'm heavy fire. Alright, now we're talking. We're going to go for the stun. The Robo's not a great option. We're going to go for the stun here. Missed it. That's okay. It's not 100%. Nice stun for him. Because when he gets his proc, he's more likely to land stuff, right? So we're going to keep going into the Robo. It seems pretty squishy. Keep going into the Robo. So he's done most of his stuff. The Moore's eventually going to be a problem, but the Diana seems to be just fine. Let's see if we can get a kill here. Yep. Verd's just permanently down for the count. But that unlocked the Diana, right? Because additional turns in the Robo. So if I can get a Diana turn, I can do really, really bad things to him. We're just going to leave the Chung Pung up, because again, we're heavy fire. We're built to beat Chung Pung, so why make him the kill target? We're just going to slowly eliminate all his water control. And we're still going to do it here. Yep. So that is how I want to beat AoE control. Just like that. On my old build, I was playing race him, and I don't want to do that. I want to play him just like that. And it's as good of a matchup for me as the other way, except I think it has less, I don't know what you call it, like variance, less volatility. And it works just fine. The Verd did nothing, so I might need to consider that. If they do bring a stun option, the Verd just sat there, which is a bit of an issue. So I'm not a fan of bringing Masha right into that. So I gotta kind of think about it. I think the Yanhong Masha isn't horrible. Honestly, Oliver's probably my best bet here, if he's gonna take that. I haven't picked Oliver yet. Ooh, I'm annoyed that he has my units. Those are really good. Alright, so I think we're going to tank up. The other option is to try to contest turn 1. I don't think I really can in this situation. So we're going to tank up. We're definitely letting this through. Ooh, that's a problem. But Han's a problem too, so. Ooh, he's got all kinds of problems, doesn't he? So, can I take turn 1 steal? I can if I do it like that, I think. So I think that's what I'm going to do. It's weird, but I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I got to figure out how to get turn 1, because this is going to be the fastest. It might be this. Do I ban the Robo? Honestly, I think I might. Leaving the Han feels not great, but I think this goes second to me. Because if I either get this or this, and I think I have a pretty good shot at going first. We'll see. So I think Chandra will boost into my turn. I think. We will see. We've got problems, though. This is not a match we probably can win, because this is not your normal turn 1 control. This is like the LD supercharged variant. Alright, we did... Oh no, he's Swift. Sad. We might still be able to get it. Does not appear so, but we get a Diana turn, and we definitely have to take it. So our options are, who do we want to cool down with Oliver? And I think it's either Han or this thing, right? This thing's such a problem. I think it's got to be this thing. Because Molly gives us a chance to mess with the Han a little bit, and it buys us some time. If we get Isist, we have no chance, is how I see it. Oh, that's sad. And she's going to boost up, and then she's going to do it, right? Yeah, that's a loss. But I think we played it correctly, right? Yeah, that's real bad. I guess we still go into this. Maybe something good will happen. Seems unlikely. Super fast, isn't it? Here comes the pain. Pain. I mean, she's tanky, but pain. Proc? Oh. At least we shook off the defense break. Might not die here. Glance? We had a shot. We had a shot to glance. This is going to be a problem. She died. But we had a shot to glance, right? There was a way to win. Oh, that's sad. That's so sad. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. So, I think I played that about right. I don't know that I would have won anyway, but I'm confident in what I chose to do. It was just that Oliver missed on 100% accuracy. What are you going to do, right? Yeah, GG. That was a fun match because it makes you think when there's different things going on. Like that guy had... Have I played that guy before? Let me see. In this little stretch? Cephil? No. When that guy had different LDs that work together in ways that normal things don't work. Like, I think we all kind of know how Oliver works into Masha, works into Moore or whatever. But I don't think a lot of us have experience with how does Isis work into Han, work into whatever. You know, that's just a different sort of a thing. So it's kind of interesting to see. And it made you think differently. Oh, he's full turn 1. So, I think I can take these two if I really want to go first. It's just how much do I want to commit to going first here? If I take Leo, that counters that pretty well. I'm assuming he's going to do a lot of like, let's try it turn 2 and see how it goes. I don't think the Triple Revenge Vert is bad here into this either. But I think I'm going to stay a little bit more stationary. Let's do it like that. Give him some CC, or his AoE troubles. Oh, that's fine. Could have been a lot worse there. So Bulwark's not bad. Tessa's a bit of an issue even into Bulwark. Something with Strip would be nice. Chandra's not bad. I do have the Diana already. So I can bring Yanhong and then 1 more damage. I think I can just do it like that and just play him straight up. Double heal, double damage. Double heal, triple damage. If I ban the Tessa, I've got a pretty good shot with the Molly Yanhong. I'll have 1 healer. Ooh, interesting. Antari's, I think he's banning the Han, right? If I ban like that, I'd say Masha, Yanhong have a pretty good shot in the Antares. I might still lose, especially if he seals one of them away. But I think leaving this in is such a problem because that's his only defense break. So that's why I'm doing that. Yep, bans the Han. And also, now my Molly's 100% res, right? 1 off, she's 99. So the Yanhong lead, and then we know the Masha's 100% res. So these are the little things that I think are really, really, hopefully going to play out in my favor. I just need to survive his first wave of trap, and then I should be good to go. He's going to try to trap the Molly, right? It's 100 res, kind of. 99. Oh, that was 100 res too, so I have no regrets on that one. He's just 100 AC. Like, res doesn't matter, right? Because if you're 100 AC, your res literally doesn't matter at all. So we're going to try to glance. No. Nice stun. He's waiting for some sort of buff to use his strip. But I'm okay also with him not having attack buff on that Moore for that move. We just need Masha to come back. We're just patiently waiting on Masha. Do I care that Yanhong... Yeah, I think I do. Because if I catch something, I might need to boost. I need Yanhong not to be stunned. We're just patiently waiting. Such patience. We're going to try to strip like this. We're just hanging out. Enjoying our time. Stun. Hoping for lucky stuff. Now we're back online. Now we're cooking, and we'll just boost into the Masha and hopefully get a kill. Does he have 2 again? I don't think so. I think he needs 1 more turn. So we're going to boost into the Masha and get ourselves a kill. If we can. That might have cost us because he could proc in between. Nope, we get a kill. And we win. That's just... Game's over now, because Diana's unlocked. He's got nothing he can do about it. Yeah. So, I think that went well. Let's do another. Because another thing with our rank, we don't want to be sitting at 4,400. That's not Guardian. We've gotten Guardian in the last, like, 3 or 4 seasons. So, we need to be sitting in that 3,000 range. It's a little harder when there's G1s and G2s in this wide C3 range. Oh, it's this guy again. What did he pick? He picked Antares, Wusa. He kind of turtled up, right? What did he like to rely on? He liked to rely on the trap. So I think I'm okay going like that. We'll contest speed. We'll try it. This is where Chandra's going to be great. Okay, so we got to ban that, right? We're just going to play our core. We're going to pick Chandra last. So that we have a boost. We have double boost, double speed lead. And we'll see if we contest. If he doesn't pick another speed lead, we do contest. Oh, he does. Smart. So we have to ban this because this is a win condition for him. But I think we've got a pretty solid little core here. That's fine. So we should go first, I think. 311 plus an extra 9 on a speed lead, so it's like 320. It may not, but I would think we might. Good chance. It's hard to get Chandra to go first, especially when you're trying to contest speed. Oh, nope, didn't do it. Try to trap the Masha again. Maybe the Chandra. Luckily, Yanha moves next. Nice. Also nice. So, we're going to go all in on the Chung Peng. Because if we can get a reset or a kill, that's a win. Got some bar, which is excellent. And now we'll reset. Nice. Skill 2. Did not get the Masha, but he can get it with the Tomo. Suppression. We're okay doing turn 1. Or we only have skill 1. It's a nice spread. Excuse me. So yeah, we're just going to try to kill this thing normal. Normal style. That's a kill. And Chandra will be back soon to deal with the shenanigans. Luckily, the Yanhong trick, he might not know about it. You can use Yanhong skill 3 into suppression with no penalty. I'll show ya. If I get a turn. If I get a turn. He's got so many, I want one. Alright. Chandra time. We're going to hug. We're going to boost. And then we're going to show off our Yanhong if we don't get stunned. We are not going to do this just yet because we don't want to lose all our health. Alright, so watch this. This is cool. Ooh, we could do it into him too. I think we want it like this. So watch. Oh, she's not suppressed anymore, so it's not any fun or impressive. We'll try to slow. We're looking for slows. We're looking for glance. I think on her. Yeah. Oh, very nice, very nice. We're going to go all in on this one, because this is the problem unit. Stun. Would help if he had skill ups, right? Excuse me. We'll get one Chandra counter even if she attacks the Masha, even if it strips. Yep. Nice damage. Still has hug. Still punching. Still punching. Do skill 2. You're going to get punched too. Punch. Everybody gets punched. Do we care? We do not. It's killing time. This is worth it. When we kill, we're happy. Nice cooldown. And then we'll just go all in here. Yeah. So in my mind, that was really nice because it was my whole core and it countered his turn 1. And this is the same guy we beat twice in a row, so he's not the happiest of campers. He's relying on this quite a bit, which makes sense because he has that unit. But this isn't quite, which is nice for me, this doesn't quite counter what I'm doing here. There's not a lot of damage, right? So I could have brought the Molly as well. But I think the Chandra, it presented a problem. Like, he had to choose which one to lock down. If it was on Will, that'd be even better. So that might be something worth looking into in the future. But I'm thinking I might want to devil the Chandra because he's bringing some interesting things to the table. All right, we're going to play 2 more just to get a full set of 10 because I don't know. That seems like a nice round number. And just kind of keep on keeping on with the tankiness. We just have more flex this way. I like it a lot. Swift Yonhong is something, but I don't think it's quite enough. So I honestly think my Ryu counter is this. Because if they get Ryu and Oliver, that's a problem. And Oliver just straight up wrecks Ryu, right? Okay, so in my mind, I'm going Bruiser. So I'm going to go Bruiser 2, which is that. And then I can flex into a heal or into the Chandra if I want, or into the Bulwark. When you pick Nana, that means you've gone Bruiser. And you can counter Nana with better Bruiser or with Control, and I'm not wanting to play Control. That's fine. I'm all cycling. That's a pick for me. Unless he picks, that's a pretty good pick for him. I think Chandra makes a ton of sense. He has no sustain. He's water. This straight up counters Antares if I want to counter Antares. And he has no real control. I think Bulwark's a great pick because they both buff, right? And then I could get rid of the Nana and just try to go all in into one of his other units. I don't think Chandra's bad either, but I think I like this. Because every time Antares procs, Bulwark gets stacks. I kind of think he's going to ban Bulwark, honestly. I'm going to ban this because I don't want the AoE defense break. Oh, he lets it live. I'll take HP, no problem. And these guys are both just going to continuously stack him. Probably what I want to do... His Leo counters his Masha a little bit too. I'm thinking I kind of want to burn Leo to unlock my speed. But I don't know if that's necessary. I've got a lot of threat. Yup. Yeah, we're going to go... Do we care? We're going to go all into Antares. And we're going to reset Masha. Reset stun. Do we want to dismount or go all in? I think we want to dismount more than we want to go all in on Antares. That's fine. That's not ideal, but fine, I guess. Nice damage. So one thing to note, I'll have to look at the pick ban again. That Antares might be 0 speed all in to pair with his Leo. And that might have been what wrecked me, because I definitely got wrecked by that Antares. I did not respect him as much as I should have. How do I want to do this? I think I want to do it like this. That's an unfortunate proc for me, because I probably should have boosted into Bulwark there, now knowing that. Because then I would have picked up those stacks from that. Nice damage. We're definitely going to use it for the heal. I think we're going to do it like this. And then we got to dismount in the very near future. Just got wrecked. That Antares wrecked me. Good on him. Yeah, I don't think this is winnable at this point. So I'm just guessing that was a massive 0 speed Antares, because it was just amazing. So good job for him. I think maybe the Bulwark pick was not as proactive as it could have been. I maybe should have picked... I need to go back and look. I do want to go back and look at that one, though. Because Oliver just got shut down. And he was doing his stuff. It wasn't like he wasn't doing his stuff. Maybe Leo was the ban there. Interesting. This might be the guy I just played. Yeah. Oh, does he have Han? Sad. Can't let him take Dark Robo and possibly Han. That to me suggests he has Han. Oh no, it's more of that. I think I've faced this before. I think this is the stuff I've seen. So we're going to go Chandra. And maybe Frigate to try to pull down turn 1? Is that crazy? If I take Frigate, he's just going to ban Han. Do I care? I could go a little more passive with her. I could do stuff like Fire Robo. Let's try the Frigate here. That at least gives me a threat for turn 1. These two are the fast ones. Ooh, that's very, very nice. So I guess I got to do that. This might be on Swift, honestly. That might be the problem. Because these two do basically the same thing. This is the kill. Which, if he bans Han, how do I kill this? I guess I kill it with Masha, right? He might ban the Frigate. Let's do it like that. Bans the Yonhong, that's fine. So we're relying on the Frigate boost. 316, that seems iffy, but we'll see. If this is maxed out on Swift, I'm in some trouble. We'll see how it goes. These super fast matches are always interesting. because you're like, I don't know. And I am trying him on speed here, so. Oh, yeah, look at that. Nice and swift. Does he get bar? He does get a little bar, which is going to be a problem. Now I'm just looking to resist. I am faster, so I don't get wrecked, but then he doesn't. Yeah. Oh, well. So, that's how it goes. Swift more. If you're going to commit to it, it can work really well. I'm still online here, though. I think we're going to go like this. And try to stun, because he's going to skill 2. But we're going to get Masha, but it's not going to be super effective because it's going to be all glanced and stuff from this thing. That was worth it for the stun, I think. Cools down himself. Interesting. Ooh, that's not great. Does that work? Oh, does he absorb or something? I don't know. Kill? Nice. Really nice for him. Kills the Han. Okay, that's fair. He absorbs so much bar from that. Yeah, we're in the deep doo-doo. Yeah, we'll just ping it once for fun. Bam. Get Masha'd. Yeah. So, did not choose correctly there. I feel pretty confident that was a pick ban thing. I think Han is the problem there. Have I faced that guy before? Let's see. Surfer. Yeah, this is the guy that wrecked me earlier doing the same stuff. And he had Han, so I did steal the Han, which was nice. Interesting. So then this match I want to double check. Yeah, so he picked the Antares after the Han with no Diana. So to me, the Antares was like turbo mode Antares. I probably could have dealt better with something in here. Maybe should have picked something other than the Bulwark. The Bulwark assumes long match, and the Antares said, no, is not a long match. Not at all. So we played 10, which was the plan. I guess we're slightly up. I feel like we went like 5 and 5, maybe 6 and 5. Let's take a look here. Replay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we went 0 and 1, 1 and 1, 1 and 2, 2 and 2, 3 and 2, 3 and 3, 3 and 3, 3 and 3, 3 and 3, 4 and 3, 5 and 3, 5 and 4? I must have miscounted. It's probably around 5 and 5. So kind of treaded water. But we're getting harder opponents. Like I feel fairly confident that some of these players, this guy in particular, I don't know if he's just starting his climb, but like faced him twice, didn't really feel close either time. He kind of had complete control of what he was trying to do. So some of these players might just be better than me. Like I might be putting out my best runes and be at a disadvantage anyway because they're just better. So anyway, I hope that was interesting and fun to watch. I have fun doing that sort of thing. So appreciate everybody watching and supporting the channel. And I will catch you in the next video. Take care, everybody.